It's the same principle behind Me Too. Me Too movement was a movement that absolutely swung in the direction of justice, vigilante justice, because the institutions were not doing anything about mass harassment, sexual assaults in the workplace, right? And then as vigilante movements, you know, as is the case with most vigilante movements, it went far. It went too far, and then the pendulum swung back, right? And it's really interesting that Ben, Tim Pool, Matt Walsh have all tried to... Oh, it's at 8.5K dislikes. Sorry, it's not at 19K. Thank you, Little Bear, for showing me how many dislikes it is. The dislikes are still outweighing the likes on the video. They are trying to spin it, okay? They are trying to spin it as hard as they can. They're trying to spin it as aggressively as they can. Matt Walsh's initial reaction was, oh, it's because they killed a white guy. And the left is celebrating it because it's a white guy. Yeah, here it is. The left is outright praising the first-degree murder of a health insurance CEO because he's a white male. If he was the CEO of the same company was a black woman, you would not be seeing any of the gloating and celebration. I hope everyone understands this basic point. There are two videos, dog. One has 20K dislikes. The other one, oh, wait, it does. The evil revolutionary left cheers murder. Oh, my God. Oh my God, he made two videos on this. It is at 21,000 dislikes. Wow. So Matt Walsh immediately went in, and I noticed this because that other federal agent, what's his face? The Navy intelligence, former Navy intelligence guy, Jack Posobiec, was like, this guy's not a real hitman, right? Like, they were trying to find a way to still criticize the person that shot the CEO, but like, do it in a way where they could rally their own base. But their own base was like, no, we like this. We like this a lot. And all this does is make them look like they are out of touch charlatans that are directly trying to make divisive commentary on this matter. The left is outright praising the first degree murder of a health insurance CEO because he's a white male. If he was the CEO of the same company, but it was a black woman, blah, blah, blah. Most people were like, no, yeah, this is the replies to Brian, the CEO, okay? Brian Thompson, the CEO's LinkedIn post from a year ago. Brian Thompson, this seems like a laudable mission, but United Healthcare Group is failing my mother by not providing her basic care to get better and get back to her life. I think a lot of people realize that there is no right-wing identitarian politics in a moment like this, because it's such a clear-cut example of, you know, right and wrong. I saw this. Yeah, I just realized that your entire business model requires us normal folk hate each other. I would say that healthcare is one of the most important issues in this country. One of the most glaringly obvious historic wrongs in this country that continues. And that is precisely the reason why even on fucking LinkedIn, you got other CEOs being like, yo, you suck, dog. You are doing a great job cutting your costs. Having a single anesthesiologist and network in the entire state of Montana is a great policy to save you money. I'm telling you, man. Healthcare and home ownership, like healthcare and housing prices, are the two key things that everyone gets fucked over by. Every single person. If a party was tackling that, they would be running the table permanently. They would have a permanent democratic popular regime. They would have a popular broad mandate. Education is very bad too, but I'm saying, like, in terms of like the top priorities, I think it's healthcare and housing. People are very, very, very angry, understandably, about the situation that is unfolding, about their own material realities. And these guys have gone on for far too long, very clearly cutting across that class consciousness by saying, don't worry about that. Don't worry about healthcare. Look at how these libtards, they hate white men. They hate you because you're white. All they do is they care about trans people. That's all they care about. And I think this kind of divisive narrative does not work in a situation where, like I said, it's a glaringly obvious problem with very real resentment. This proves you right on the take of the Walton family being persecuted and the egg prices going down. Yeah. Remember on Pod Save America, I said, if Kamala Harris came out and said, I am going to arrest the Walton family, and that is how we're going to claw back these egg prices, Americans would be 100% on board, okay? She doesn't need to go that far. But you have to understand, like people don't care what the solutions are as long as there is a solution to those problems. Do you see what I'm saying? And it's clear. If someone was like, I'm going to arrest every healthcare CEO and we are going to we are going to institute some kind of like normal, good healthcare that every other country has, every other comparable nation state has on this planet, people will be like, yeah, no, that's it. That's my shit. I love that. That's assuming the median American knows who the Waltons are. No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You're misunderstanding the point. I'm using the most extreme example I can use, something that like the Democratic Party is never going to do, but I'm using the most extreme example, something that normally Americans should be fearful of because of a century of Red Scare propaganda. And even then, I think they would still be on board. They would be like, okay, no, I see it. This is not the like solution. Okay. I'm not saying that the solution is like going out and instituting vigilante justice against like random CEOs. The solution is legislative change. But I think that there can't be this much pressure without a pressure valve. Okay. You cannot have this much pressure building up, this much resentment building up, and consistently move people's attention away from the real vectors of pressure, real vectors of resentment. And this is a moment where very clearly someone did take vigilante action, right?